Keener is going to start here with Hume's epistemology regarding miracles. How do we know what we know about miracles? That's the epistemology, of course. Well, despite claims to argue inductively, Hume's arguments against miracles is deductive, which is always nice because if you can show the unsoundness of the premises leading to the conclusion, or you can attack the conclusions there, it makes it way easier to kind of argue against. But Hume argues...
Yeah, and Keener is going to make this point over and over again.
Right.
Hume has not given us an inductive argument. He's given us a deductive argument. And that's part of the problem he's going to point out here, because he's going to suggest that since it's a deductive argument, it's circular, quite frankly. So this is, the spoiler alert here. Not an inductive argument. It's a deductive argument. And that's going to be part of the problems that he's going to point out here.
Right. And again, let's start off also saying that we can't cover everything in here. There was a lot of highlighting that I did that could lead to more. And so, of course, being a 2-volume set, we're skipping some portions to kind of bring you kind of the highlights here. So again, check out the book for more. Well, Hume argues from nature's uniformity against miracles, which is the point in question, right? That's the weird things don't tend to happen. And so, if you have something so weird that it falls outside this, then you can reject it. But that's the whole thing that we're doing. The
question is, do weird things happen, right? And just by saying weird things don't happen, well, wait a minute, right? You kind of, what's going on there?
Right. We're having two different conversations here, it seems. You agreed to this when you stepped up. Well, Hume generalizes from the alleged lack of good testimony for miracles to exclude what may in fact be good testimony for miracles. If Hume intends such arguments to make miracles impossible, well, then his case is circular. And of course, that's the place where we can't go out of anything. That's what we're arguing about. We're trying to have a conversation here, and if you won't allow us to have it, then can't have a conversation.
Right, exactly. And so he says that if Hume argues that no evidence in principle can be sufficient to compel belief in miracles, then he tells us that his claim might succeed to the extent that the evaluator of the evidence held tenaciously to anti-miraculous presupposition, but it's not logically necessary if the evaluator is genuinely open-minded on the question. Right. And so he says none of the various interpretations of Hume offer, he believes, a successful argument against the possibility of miracles, or even of finding his argument more persuasive than not. Right. So, and again, he's going to say this over and over again. This is kind of a circular issue here that Hume is he's assuming what he's arguing.
Right. So, philosophers like scientists are wanting to kind of take their conclusions and give them to other people and say, here, hold these. Do you also get this? And it doesn't seem to be the case that no matter who you give the conclusions to Hume's arguments here, will hold it, will come to the same conclusion just based on kind of who they are and what you allow in, which tends to hurt the argument right from the get-go there.